August was all about letting go of what you didn't want, what you didn't need, what wasn't serving you. It was all about moving into clarity about what you were ready to experience for the next 2 years. You still have another 4 or 5 days just in case you haven't gotten clear on all that. And it's not as though you have to have an outline for the next 2 years. It's just about, these are the sort of things that are important to me. These are the sort of things I'm willing to let go of. And these are the sort of ways I want to be reacting to stimulus in my life. That kind of generalized categories. Okay? As September rolls around, you're going to move into this new place of certainty. Certainty is probably not the right word. How about we'll just use clarity? Clarity of, this is me, that's you, this is what I need, this is the experience I'm ready to have. I'm expecting and experiencing a different way of knowing myself as a physical being in this world. The biologic transformation is facilitated by sexual energy and sexual clarity. The second chakra and the first chakra are very much in the spotlight for the next 6 months. The idea of safety, we've already discussed at length, first chakra. Now we're starting to look at the second chakra and sexual energy. Whether you have a partner or not, you still have sexual energy in your body. The sexual energy is an engine for expansion, right? Sexual energy is looking for procreation. It's looking to be expressed. It's looking to rise up in you. It's looking to have its time in the sun. The mind, as we've discussed many, many times, is looking to keep everything exactly the same it is now because it hasn't gotten you dead yet and it's unlikely to get you dead going forward. And that's the mind's job, to keep the physical form intact. So you've got this limiting mind and you've got this expansive sexual energy in your body. One of them, we've tried to shift its influence, and the other, we need to look at expanding its expression. It's the best engine for biologic transformation. It's the best engine for rewriting your inner pathways because it's so wanting expression that it gives you this force for transformation. And as you start to reroute your sexual habits, reroute your sexual habitual responses, reroute your sexual, even your thoughts, even your expectations, even your judgments, the engine of the sexual expression drives that biologic transformation. So instead of you having to make consistent spiritual choice to override your mind's limiting outlook, when you collaborate with your sexual energy, you have an engine pushing your guided transformational process. It's a completely different way of experiencing transformation. And it's about time, really, that you had it a little easier. So here you go. And you'll probably have more fun, too.
Yay.
So the key is to look at first, where am I habitual about sex? Where am I habitual about how I think it should be done, how often I think it should happen, whether or not it can happen by myself, whether it has to be a partner, whether I want to have a partner, all of these ways that you become conscious about your day-to-day life. You want to become conscious about your feelings, attitudes, and expression of your sexual energy. In letting yourself know the truth of who you are in this way, you will facilitate biologic transformation. And the beauty of biologic transformation is it helps disconnect you from habitual response, because you're literally rerouting the pathways that impulses from your brain travel. So they don't even go into the habitual response closet because it's closed off. So as you reroute your sexual habitual responses into conscious responses, You use that big engine of the second chakra to drive that rerouting. And then there's bigger freeways that your normal day-to-day experiences can travel in their desire to have a healthier response to any stimulus, not just sexual stimulus.
Wow. Yeah, relax now.
Yeah, well, the first thing to do is to just look at how you're habitual. Is it, only Sundays? Is it only evenings? Is it only mornings? Is it only once a month? Is it only on the second Thursday of every month with Elton John playing in the background and 3 candles lit, right? Mm-hmm. Is it only on top or only on bottom or only on the couch or only in the kitchen? Feeling and being real conscious of that. And you can do this by yourself. When's the last time you just enjoyed the fact that your fingers do this, right? And you can play with your thumbs and, when's the last time you just touched your own skin in a way that was appreciating that you have a body? And see, when you do this, ooh, what does that feel like? And let yourself have that reaction. Because you're looking to transform your biologics, and your sexual energy is the most powerful biologic force that you have to work with. The most powerful biologic force is the one that says don't get dead, right? We've already talked about that. But the one that you can actually work with that's an engine, not a closing down like the mind, is the sexual energy. The sensuality, right? The passion. And you can have passion for the river floating by. You can have passion for the birds going in the sky, because that can light you up too. It's not about intercourse. This isn't about sex as much as it's about the life force that the second chakra generates and the understanding and the experiencing of how that reroutes things in your body. That's what we're really about here in September, is opening up to a new experience driven by the sexual energetic that allows you to find passion and excitement and enjoyment in your body, in your partner's body if you have one, in the surroundings if you don't. Go lie on the grass, right? Roll around in the grass by yourself and just let each of those blades of grass tickle your body. Go swimming and let the water soothe you, or even in the shower. We want to make sure that just because we're talking about sexual energy, you don't mistake it to mean sex. There's a huge difference. One can be included, but it's not the whole story. And that's why it doesn't require a partner. And if you have a partner who's not interested, they don't have to participate. Is that it's rewriting your DNA. You're using the second chakra energy, which tends to be pleasurable and tends to help you be grounded in your body in a different way. You're using that aligned with consciousness to create new pathways for response in your body. New pathways for response of pleasure, new pathways for response of stimulus, and new response pathways, wow, we're having a hard time with that, huh? Pathways for response to every situation. Because in the past we've had trigger, habitual response, try to fix habitual response, right? Now we're doing trigger, am I in danger? What does this teach me? And in the what does this teach me, if you've used the sexual energy to reroute your body, then it's more likely that what this is teaching me moves in your body in a new way, rather than pushing up against that am I in danger, trying to get to habitual response. It's like freeways, right? The freeway to habitual response never has traffic on it. So it's like, woo-hoo, 95 on this freeway. The freeway that says we're rewriting it has one of those orange signs that says under construction. Okay? We're going to use the sexual energy to get the orange sign out of the way and start paving it.